What's good, family? Welcome back to the channel. In this video right here, we have the Fouseytube drama gets even deeper. So recently, Fouseytube has been live streaming at large amounts for long durations, and he's been doing a lot of questionable things on live. All right, now one of those things that I know he recently went viral for was for saying the N-word, and he ain't black, y'all.
Because there's beauty in the struggle, nigga.
Run it back, run it back.
Because there's beauty in the struggle, nigga.
That's copyright.
I never use that word. I swear to fucking God, this isn't content.
Stop the
cap.
I
never use that fucking word.
Stop the cap,
I've listened to rap songs every day on this subathon, and I always change it out for brother. I had a tweet that literally said,
this man is fishing for his career at this point. It's okay, Fouseytube. We forgive you. You had a quick little slip up. It wasn't the ER. It's okay. You at least had the A at the end, but we ain't gonna let you slide this time. You can continue putting brother. Substitute the brother. That's a good substitution right there. But let's not go over here and act like you never used the word, though, because the way it slipped out was like you be practicing.
I never use that word. I swear to fucking God, this isn't content. I never use that fucking word. I've listened to rap songs every day on this subathon, and I always change it out for brother. I had a tweet that...
So I don't know any of the other questionable things Fouseytube might have done, and this is what we're going to find out in this video right here. The Fouseytube drama gets deeper.
So last week we talked about this guy named Fouseytube. He is an OG YouTuber who has come back time and time again and really been given more second chances than almost anyone we've ever seen on the internet. Now, there have been a lot of different arcs in Fouseytube's career. It had actually been a couple of years since he was last relevant, and I would say for at least the last 6 or 7 years or so, the only time people are ever willing to talk about him is when he's doing something really outlandish. I would say when he's more or less self-destructing, that's when he enters the news cycle. And with these recent stories, it was really more of the same. We talked about his foolish actions on the highway. We talked about his downfall at the airport, how he had gotten banned from Twitch after live streaming for over a month straight. And last week I said this was looking like a career ender, but now it seems like his bad behavior has been rewarded, and he has been offered some sort of contract from alternative streaming platform Kick. Regardless, Fousey has continued to live stream, and he's been doing anything and everything to try and create these viral clips. And boy, do I have some crazy stuff to show you guys today. First, I thought this clip was very telling from when he went on Bradley Martin's podcast.
I treat these women with nothing but respect. Usually guys are in there drunk, do this, do that, take off your clothes. I don't do none of that.
Well, how do you know that?
Huh?
They tell you? How do you know that?
I talk to these women. Because I so fast, I have time to talk to them.
And the women that he's talking about in this video are all these different escorts that he had hired over the years. Essentially saying, oh, I'm so different from all the other pervs because I go out of my way to treat these women with the slightest bit of humanity. It was basically the same act that he pulled at the airport where he said he was an advocate for these victims. And then literally 5 minutes after this woman tells him her story with being taken advantage in that way, he takes her to the airport bathroom and bangs her out. I guess the point I'm trying to make here is that I'm amazed by the mental gymnastics this man will perform to justify his f***ed up behavior. And I'm sure you guys remember how he was acting like an idiot out on the highway, and apparently the end of that clip where he pretends to crash his vehicle and pass out is what actually got him banned from Twitch. And I also found this clip from after his little incident at the airport.
Hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your auntie, hide your grandma, hide your sister. Ain't nobody safe when the Rizzler is around.
I know this man did not just say, hide your kids. Ain't no one safe when the Rizzler is around. Are you gonna go to some sort of playground and activate the Riz? I mean, what's really going on here, Fousey?
The Rizzly Bear. Hide everybody. Not kids. I never said kids. I never said kids.
Why are you looking around? You did say kids. You did.
Hide your kids. Hide your auntie. Hide your grandma. Hide your...
And this is where things start to get a little bit more interesting, as he gets into it with Keemstar of all people, who has over the last couple of years been his more or less business partner, over Drama Alert's coverage of this whole situation, especially with that woman at the airport.
Because what you're doing right now, you're trying to make it seem like I'm having a manic episode.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Why are you accusing me of that? That's out of left field. No, I'm not.
You tweeted it today, you dumb.
Are you talking in this moment? Or are you talking in this moment, in this space? Am I trying to make people think you're having a manic episode? Or
you
are
tweeted it today!
I feel like you're having a manic episode. And part of me feels like you are. I've been concerned about it ever since you started doing these 24/7 live streams. That's why I've been calling you and texting you and concerned about the people in your life that are going to take advantage of you in this moment.
And the second something happens, before even talking to your brother, you go online and you get everybody to think that I got banned for woman?
Well, I mean, I don't know why that's such a big deal. I think the bigger deal was that you did that to the girl at the airport.
You're a woman!
Nobody said that.
How do you know
Who said
that's
that?
the big
Who?
deal?
You're manipulating right now. Nobody said you anyone. In fact, I'm on record saying Fouseytube did absolutely no crimes.
On my mom's goddamn life, I didn't woman!
You told, well then you lied to me. I don't know. I talked to you for 1 minute and I go, why is everyone hitting me up saying that Fousey's going crazy and this and that? Because I'm getting hit up by fans and YouTubers. And you say to me, listen, Keem, I'm just playing the July 15th character. I'm good. And by the way, Keem, I just in the bathroom.
And so essentially Fousey continues to have a breakdown over his very own actions, over a situation that he created for himself. And he's now taken this new position after bragging about joining the Mile High Club in the airport bathroom that he did not have sexual relations with that woman. And so obviously at this point, Fousey is very upset with Keemstar. And when this kid at the mall came up to ask him about the situation, he had an absolute breakdown.
So I just wanted to ask you, so, you know, we all seen what went down with Keemstar, Happy Punch Promotions. What's going to happen? Are you guys ever going to be homies again, or?
We actually resolved it today, and I'm going to tell you something. You had the chance to interview Fouseytube. You could have asked me for life-changing advice. How do I get out of depression? How do I do this? You chose to ask me about drama. This is going to go viral for you either way, but this interview's over. Have a good day.
I wanted to keep asking. Go home. There's no way.
You're not G7. Go home.
And you see how this guy goes so quickly from being this fake humble creator, trying to be relatable, basically trying to be a sob story, to once he gets a little bit of money and gets a little bit of clout, he sees himself as this all-important figure, like he's Jay-Z or some, you know, basically successful businessman, and that he was gonna give this kid some sort of life-changing advice. Like at this point, he's really nothing more than a glorified train wreck that people like to view for their sick pleasure. And so the result of that confrontation is basically that he went around Las Vegas acting like an absolute maniac.
What? Okay, somebody leave me. Look what's happening right now. This guy's
I was gonna say, I could get his perspective. It's like, bruh, you see me, you're gonna interview me, and then you're just gonna ask me about the most negative thing that's going on in my life. You get what I'm saying? I can understand that, but the way he's acting right here is kind of crazy.
Viral off my name. Get the away!
Yeah, he's wilding right now.
I mean, you should have stepped in and protected me. What the f? He's trying to go viral off my name. He's asking about July 15th and Keem. What the f? Nobody does shit, man. You gotta help protect my image. I'm bad. I'm like Kanye. I lose my mind. I need people around me to protect my image.
You see how quickly this guy turns to, oh, I'm like Kanye, I'm like Drake, I'm like X person that I put on this high of a pedestal. To me, it's honestly just very strange behavior. Like anyone who compares themselves to some person they see as like an almighty figure, I just personally feel like that is a surefire sign that someone might be a bit of a sociopath. Like Fousey, take a trip to a massage parlor, my guy. You're not you when you're horny.
How the f do you guys not understand that? I have mental problems. I need help. I thought you left to get the aux cord.
No, you guys.
Is he playing victim right now?
Yusuf!
What? This is concerning. I wasn't expecting all this type of behavior. And so this is the current state of society. People in the comments of the video I made about this situation last week, talking about how Fousey was winning and how he was this amazing guy because he's making all this money. And to me, it's almost like someone with his temperament, who has obviously shown time and time again that he cannot handle fame nor wealth. Like, I actually think it's a negative thing for him to get his hands on those things. Because as we've seen time and time again, just as he does, is when he starts to get this massive ego, I mean, it's totally out of control. And that's when this guy just goes and f***s his whole life. I also found this to be hilarious. This man actually got exposed by his very own therapist after he was trying to claim that nothing went down in that airport bathroom. She accidentally told his dirty little secret.
Oh, you know, a friend of mine tried to say today that I wasn't sober. It was so hurtful.
You've been sober until that thing in the airport. I know that.
Right? Love you, Susie.
Yeah, I love you.
Bye.
So she says you've been sober since that day in the airport, alluding to the idea that he obviously did something with that woman. People also posted up these pictures after he said, I did not touch her. And yeah, they look pretty handsy there, look pretty comfortable. And this is actually how he opened up his very first...
What happened? I'm assuming Shorty just pulled up and she needed help. They were saying that she was in a vulnerable state. I'm new to all this, just like y'all, man. Let's find out right now, actually. Is it right here?
So Fouseytube is someone who really needs no introduction. By now he is a YouTube OG who has spent the last decade or so building him. Surprising to me that he would lose his mind trying to get them. And this is where things get really crazy as Fousey took a trip to the airport. So this is what happened in the airport.
I'm such a dickhead. I'm not. I'm a great person.
I can tell.
How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm so good.
It's a cult, basically. I'm not kidding you.
You're in a cult?
Yeah.
You're sober?
Yeah, well,
Okay,
no.
cool. I have a Discord, right? With like 8,000 members. Can I send them a picture of me and you kissing? To piss them off?
What?
So he meets this woman at the airport. She's clearly been at the bar drinking. And then right off the bat, he's asking her for a kiss. He's trying to make this an intimate situation. She's obviously into it, and honestly, I just find the whole thing to be disgusting. Kissing random, ratchet, drunk women at the airport sounds like a very quick way to find yourself at the health clinic.
Straight up. Bro, like herpes really exists. And like, even if it's not herpes, I'm pretty sure you could catch other things just through kissing people, like other diseases, which is like...
I don't care though. I have a right now. I swear to God, you can feel it under my pants. I swear to God.
It's a nasty dude.
Don't tempt you with a good time. Would you join the Mile High Club with me?
So I got sold into the trade.
You got sold in the trade? I actually care about this shit because I'm like an advocate for like against trading and all that shit. What happened?
And I just want to pause it right here to say that it's been very well documented that Fousey has had a serious problem with in the past. And back in the day when he was making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, living in some insane LA apartment, he would always talk about, oh, I have this addiction, I have this problem, but I can't tell you guys what it is. That is until Vitaly exposed him one day because the two were very close. And basically all I'll say about this is that this guy was not above paying for action. And at one time he was allegedly going out every single day and doing so. Whether that be him skimming through the yellow pages looking for it, going to a sketchy massage parlor. So to call himself an advocate for these type of victims is just a little bit rich to me.
Bro, cause like when you start making money, it takes discipline. Like, realistically speaking, like, it takes discipline to make money, but then also just to maintain the money and just keep it and not do no stupid stuff with it, it also takes discipline. Especially, and if you have some notoriety, if you're famous for anything, it also takes discipline so you don't just end up losing yourself. This is crazy. I ain't know.
Like, you were not an advocate, dude. You were one of the main customers.
He was trying to make me a lot lizard, basically.
A what?
Yeah, a lot lizard. I like it.
Yeah, I get it. First of all, thank you for sharing. I appreciate you being this honest. This is a real conversation.
No, it's real. It happens.
My audience might not understand, but I've been there. I used to be a addict, so I used for years. I used massage parlors for years, so I understand. How long were you stuck under his spell?
About like 7 months.
Really? I'm sorry to hear that. Look, I just sent you a little something.
Thank you. I'm sitting there in court.
And so I guess at this point, Fousey is trying to make himself look like a good person, showing his chat that he sent this woman $300. And the whole thing just comes off as very tasteless to me. Like, if you were really an advocate for these type of people, and you really wanted to help this woman, you would take her off your live stream and do this type of thing off camera, because there's no way she really understands the magnitude of how far this clip is going to get spread. And how embarrassing that could be for her that so many people now know this information about her for $300.
Hey, but not only that, the one thing that I specifically recognize is when she mentioned that she was a victim of that, is that as soon as she mentioned that, he ended up getting much closer than he originally was. Like, he ended up getting to her face, putting his arm around her. It was like, hey, was that just a comfort? Was that just a way of comforting her, or was that like a... Double meaning behind it. Alternative motive. I'm not trying to be out here make assumptions or bash a dude. We're just gonna watch the video though.
To everybody who's sitting here like, oh my God, you kissed her, da da da. This woman was involved in trafficking. The guy who manipulated her and brainwashed her is a piece of fucking shit and deserves to die. So yes, I sent her $300 so she can start removing her tattoo and see her kids this weekend. I'm against that. A lot of the women that I used to get jobs from were trafficked, and I'm so ashamed in that.
And just watch this right here, guys, because you're gonna see how ashamed Fousey truly is. He used women like this in the past, okay? It was his deepest, darkest secret, and I'll just let him take the floor.
I just joined the Mile High Club. And I know it doesn't count as the Mile High Club because I was in the airport, but I still joined it. I swear to God.
I don't know what that club is.
Everything I love.
So he took this woman, who obviously has, you know, if she's telling the truth, a very damaged relationship with and joined the Mile High Club with her in the airport bathroom. I mean, at this point, this guy Fousey is just disgusting.
Bro, what?
Just joined the Mile High Club in the airport, in the men's bathroom. I swear to God, Wallah, I had to confess, I couldn't hold it for a second. I didn't go to buy her no snacks. I joined the Mile High Club. I'm sorry. I should have shared that. I'm sorry.
I mean, this all sounds like a very good way to join the no-fly list. I'm sure he'll try and use his mental health as a cop-out in this situation, but honestly, he's just not a very good person. So he starts crying, he starts playing the sympathy card, like, dude, absolutely no one feels bad for you. You do this to yourself every single time. And so then he just started sending messages in his chat, just saying, I'm sorry, y'all, I f***ed up badly. I have a lot of skeletons in my closet. I'm not a good person. Like, oh, we all feel so bad for you, man. Like, to me, he's really nothing more than the boy who cried wolf. And then someone noticed that his mods were trying to cover up the airport incident. I guess he continued to stream. He then tweets out, I'm currently on a plane home. Yes, I spiraled. I'm going to call my therapist as soon as I land. Oh, what a noble person you are, Fousey. Thank you for keeping me in check. I need sleep. I need rest. I've lost the plot and need to find it. So who can just never get his...
And I in my pants. That moment I had
that memory. Never get out of his own way. This is also just a little bonus clip for you guys.
That memory was deeply burned into your brain.
That memory right there, since the first time I had, even after that when I was wrestling with a family friend and I in my pants, that moment right there caused me years and years and years and years and years of failed relationships.
I mean, you could not pay me any amount of money to get that confession out of me. That is some straight up Skippy activity right there. And then I also just wanted to show this. Apparently, he got a temporary suspension from Twitch.
Bro, what? I have never heard of such a thing. He said he was wrestling with a family member and nutted in his pants. Oh my gosh. What is going on, bro? Family, I did not know what we were getting ourselves into when we were clicking on these videos right here. But this is just crazy. Bro, like, I never really followed this dude to really get, like, his background story and all of that. But after seeing this, bro, it's just crazy. He literally acknowledged that this girl was in trafficking. And then takes her to the bathroom. Basically does the same exact thing that she been. Bro, this is crazy. And then plays the victim card. Because he says he's mentally ill. He has mental problems.
After this all went down. Wow. I mean, the guy obviously knows how to garnish attention. But man, does he also know how to f*** it all up. Personally, I feel absolutely no sympathy for him. In fact, I feel much more sympathy towards that woman. Even if her story is not true, just to be put on display like that, and to be used for the purposes of entertainment, is just some really nasty work. But y'all let me know what you guys think about this, 10th downfall.
Hey, bro, that is crazy. Like I said, I was not expecting all of that, but hey, it is what it is. Fouseytube is a different breed. What the heck? How he just dropped that bomb in the middle of a regular conversation? He's like, yeah, like ever since I wrestled with my family member, nut in my pants. How does that even link to relationship problems? Hey, it makes sense in his mind, I guess. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure you do smash the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one the same way you're going to catch me in the next one. Peace.